retrogrades. I don't seem to find me on the page, so I'll just won't be a moment, and let's have a look to see if we're there. I'll go and have a look again. I don't see anybody joining me. I don't see anybody. I don't see my video on here. I think I'm on now. Great. I hope that you can hear me. If anybody can hear me, can you please put a comment to tell me that you can actually hear me? Doesn't seem to be any now. So I hope there will be something there. Hello, Mandy. I can see Mandy, so that's all right. I'm starting, Tanya Dixon, I'm starting to get some comments now. That was a bit scary because it was like I was frozen and then I had a black screen. But anyway, I'm here, and sorry about last week that I couldn't make it, but I've been quite sick, and I've been travelling around, so Yvonne said, can hear you. I've been travelling around. What an exciting week for me, I have to tell you. So we've flown into the Gold Coast just as the Logies were on, and I had happened to have gifted my book and my Oracle cards to the Gold Logie nominees to be put in their gift bags. And just down the road from where I'm staying, we're on the 22nd floor, beautiful view of the beach. And I walked down, and Channel 10 was doing their show, so I sat in the audience and listened to them. So it's been a pretty spectacular week for me, and it was really nice. There was an article done for a list of all the people that had done the gifting, and it was for Celebrity Hollywood gifting bags, and thank them. So we're on the Spirit Events Directory doing my magical manifesting show, and it's been a new moon. It's been a lunar eclipse. Now July, everybody's just ranting about July. We have 2 full moons this month. We have a lunar eclipse, we have a solar eclipse, and there's about 4 planets that are retrograde. But if you've done the work, there's no big shifts that happen. If you've put in the work and you've done the releasing and things like that, and you're building on a solid foundation, it should be just little ripples that you're feeling. But if you're feeling like something big, then see where it sits in you. How does this make me feel? So, just be guided by what you are needing to know at this point in time. I just have to put my glasses on. I think it's Cherie said, that's such a Gold Coast lounge chair you're sitting in. It is such a Gold Coast lounge chair I'm sitting in. It's the decor might be a little bit dated, but the unit and the view is absolutely beautiful. And I thought, where can I sit here? So we have 180-degree views of the sea, and of course it's dark. And we got to see a whale breach today. So it was a bit choppy out there, but in the distance you could see the whale breaching and coming out of the water and having a plane splashing back down. So that was pretty awesome. So it's been a really, really big week, and I think that it's great. And I had a message from the ABC in Tasmania, and they may be doing a radio interview with me about my book being in the gift bag. So that's an exciting thing to do. Now, we're also doing another show in Launceston on Tasmania, the 4th of August. Karen Slater and myself are doing a show. It's the Spiritual Psychic Show. So we're going to talk about being psychic, using it 24/7, bringing through some psychic messages, just to see how we're going to work in the next 6 months of the year, the last few months of the year. I'm also doing another show in Melbourne. That's with Clair Hill Coaching, and that's on the 11th of August. And so I'm excited about that. And that's how to love your spiritual gifts every day. So that'll be a great thing to do as well. So I have a fair bit coming up. and I'm travelling around Queensland. I'm just about to go up north, and then we're going to go to Agnes Water to have a bit of a rest. So I'll talk as long as my throat lasts. I still have a sore throat, and I suppose I should be resting it more, but you know, I love talking about spirit and all things spiritual. So we've covered all the manifesting stuff. We've covered the self-love and the releasing, the forgiving, the gratitude, the manifesting, and the letting go. Sometimes people find it hard to let go of what they want to manifest. It's really, you know, they have a picture of what they want in their life, and it's really hard to let it go to spirit, for spirit to bring through what is for your highest good. So just, you know, all it takes is to be willing to change, be willing to let it go, okay, and not so stuck in your ways. So that's the best advice that I can give you, is to, you know, lighten up with your feelings of manifesting and what it is that you want. Because if you think about it 24/7, it's solid, it's hard, it's, you know, it's like mud. It just isn't fluent. And so sometimes you do need to relax and rest and forget about, you know, what you're trying to work towards, forget about a problem situation, and just give yourself a break. And that's the best thing that you can do. I'm feeling pretty excited. Things are starting to move fluently. Personally, I get excited about every day because there's something new. I've never lived this day. So it's something new comes up, and so I get to enjoy whatever comes. I got a chance to see one of my brothers yesterday, and I get to see on Monday, I get to see another one tonight. I've been to two family weddings this month, and that's been pretty great. But I miss my spiritual side of things. I miss the spiritual people in my life. And so when I do shows with people, it's fun for me because I get to do them with spiritual people that I resonate with. And so we just support one another. We just, if we all get the same message on the same day, I go woohoo, because we're all listening to spirit, you know. So we're all supportive of one another. We know that we can't be everything to all people, so it's nice to be on stage with a couple of different people, so that some people resonate with me, other people resonate with Karen or Claire or Melissa or whoever I've been on stage with. So it's good to have different people, different personalities and different knowledge on stage. So we're very, very supportive of one another, and that's the best part about doing a show with different psychics and different mediums, is because we all have our own language. We all have our own way of interpreting a message, and it gives the audience members a different scope. I'm sorry, but my daughter's phone is just ringing, so it's just on at the moment, and it's right next to me. Can my daughter come and get the phone, please? Thank you. That was a mum thing to do. Can my daughter come and get the phone, please? Rosa, I have discovered during my manifesting that it also gives space for other issues that need attention in order for growth. It does, you know. The more that you lift a layer, another layer comes up, and the light will shine on something. Hey, you know, just made me laugh that I've just done the mother thing. You know, I'm not only just a psychic and a clairvoyant and all these things, and I'm not just myself, I'm a mum as well. So, you know, my daughter is 29, so we still have those mum moments, you know. Before I got on, I said, can you please come and get your phone or put it on silent? And anyway, that happens. You can't do anything about it. This is live, so this is what happens when there's people around. And I love being around her, and I love being part of, you know, her life as well. So whatever happens, happens, and you can't do anything about it. So Roxy said, is the clinic with you and Clair Hill suitable for beginners? it is, Roxy, it is all different levels. You'll get something out of it. We're going to demonstrate our abilities, our spiritual abilities, and show you how you can use your spiritual abilities 24/7, how it can benefit you, how you can just walk through life. And you know, having friends in high places is what I say. You know, we all have those car park angels where before we go somewhere and we go, I need to park right out the front, and voila, there's one there. You know, so we all have that. It's just developing the intuitiveness. When you're an empath, it's helping you to ground and to protect yourself so that you can go out and you don't feel so anxious. So from beginners right through, you will get something out of it. Claire is a very talented psychic medium, and my niece. So we also talk about what it's like to have the same gifts and be in the same family. And so, yes, it's for definitely is for beginners as intermediate to very experienced people. And so the thing about it is, it's a conversation. It's not like we're sitting there and we're talking at you. We're sharing our life and our experiences and things that have happened and things that we've tried that haven't worked, things that we've tried and have worked, and just the different and the subtle differences between each person. It's a conversation, and you become part of that conversation, and we get to answer your questions, and you can ask us spiritual questions, and it's a giving and a taking. It's a relaxed environment, and it's being part of a spiritual family. Really, it is. I know when I started learning spiritual stuff a long time ago, it wasn't in the mainstream. I really had to fight to find spiritual teachers to help and to work with me, and for me to learn different things. And it's much easier now, and it's newer. You know, there's so many new things about it. We a theta healer, we're instant manifestation. We just say it, and it happens. And I gone of the days that I've used ritualistic things, although I have crystals and candles and all those things at home. We still we can still say it, and it comes into form. Rose, I appreciate those mother moments. I'm a mother of two. That's great. Okay, so I hope everybody is manifesting well. I hope you're working through your stuff. I hope you're finding somewhere to go that's new, and that you're opening up to new things. I think doing new and different things helps you become grateful and to feel abundant and to feel alive. And we're after that passion to love life, because then that brings more of that to us. So I'm slowly losing my voice. So I'm going to pull some cards. So just put your name down, ask for a card, share this live feed, and we'll just pull cards for whoever needs them at this point in time. Okay, let's have a look. Who would like a card? Who would like a card? As I sit here with my glasses on my nose. Okay. Tanya Dixon, yes, please. Okay, Tanya Dixon, let's have a look. Okay, feng shui. Okay, that's the feng shui card. So that's telling you to make sure that you're actually creating a really good energy in your home. Open the windows, you know, air things out, clean the clutter up. Make sure that everything is in place for you to manifest with. So that's what we're doing. We're talking about that. Look at that, the peace sign. That's the feng shui card. Look at the window, the curtains in the windows. Everything's blowing out, and just it is a nice energy to walk into a nice, fresh, clutterless, open home. You can feel the energy as soon as you walk in, and it just makes you feel so comfortable. Okay, Sue Cooper says, yes, please. Let's have a look, Sue. What can we help you with manifesting? Okay, manifesting. Let's have a look. Letting go. So this is what we were talking about at the beginning. I feel that this is really important this week, to let go. See, Spirit comes down with the urn and cleanses your hands of the things that you're trying to manifest. So this card is so important at the moment. So this is like letting go of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams to Spirit, and let them have enough room to move, to bring forward for what is for your highest good. So that's the letting go card. I talked about that before. I haven't even done the energy that's around it this week. Normally I would pull 3 cards and see what the energy, but that's the first thing I started talking about. So let go to Spirit. Know what it is that you want in your future, but let Spirit. Tanya Dixon said, I'm trying to declutter at the moment. Gabby would like a card, please. Let's have a look, Gabby. What card can we give you? Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look, Gabby. Okay, releasing. So that's a nice card to have too. I don't look at releasing as a bad thing, because releasing helps us make way for the new. So releasing is writing down on a piece of paper, and she's sending that down the river, through the tree, to source light, to cleanse. So that's the releasing card. So that's not a bad thing. That's you letting go of what no longer serves you. That's letting go and releasing painful situations, blocks and patterns and reoccurring events that you no longer need in your life. Toxic situation and toxic people. So that's where you are, you're releasing, and that's a lovely thing to do too. Who have we got next? Let's have a look. Sandra Williams, can I have a card, please? Yes, you may, Sandra. Let's have a look. So be a liker of the page and share this live feed. Sandra Williams. Let's have a look. What do you need to know to help you manifest? Okay, raise your vibration. I love this card. This is the raise your vibration card. So look, there's a kid there. I shouldn't say there's a child there. But there's a kid there and they're playing, and there's like Indian drum music, and there's an angel, and there's a fountain of youth, and all of those sorts of things. And that's raising your vibration. That's being happy, that's being clear and light. So do what you need to do to raise your vibration. So it's about singing and dancing and nature and walking in nature and being by yourself and listening to music that raises your vibration. And it's really about being a mirror and attracting what you need. So it's really about you raising it to attract what you need. And like being around kids raises your vibration. Being around pets and animals raises your vibration. I mean, you sit down and play with a puppy or a dog, or just curl up with one of your animals, and you feel that unconditional love, and it's sort of lighter. It's a lightness, the energy that we're after to raise our vibration. Okay, who have we got next? Angela Neal, let's have a look. Okay, Angela Neal. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you to manifest with. Okay. Angela Neal. Sacred Place. This is one of my favourite cards, and a friend was using my cards this week, and Michelle Conway, who's a psychic medium from Victoria, and she used one of those cards, and Sacred Place. So that's somewhere that we sit in ourselves and align and balance. But it's our sacred place. It's that place that we go to that, you know, it can be a place, or it can be a visualization of a place, or it can be an idea of a place, but it's where you align. I have a sacred place in Tasmania called Anson's Bay. My mum and dad's ashes are there, and I've been going there for my whole life. And when I'm there, I feel recharged. I feel like my batteries have been recharged. If I'm been mulling over a question, clarity comes, and I feel like I'm home. I feel like that's where my roots are and that I'm home. But it's not the only sacred place that I have. My sacred place is my home is also when I'm with my daughter. I feel very grounded and very loved unconditionally when I'm around her, and I feel like that's my sacred place as well. So you have many places that feel that sacred place, but it's where you recharge, where you need to be. And I call it, sometimes we go back to basics. So that's where you need to go back to your sacred place, back to basics, back to breathing, knowing where you've come from, just being, unconditional love, aligning, grounding. But that's where you need to be. And I just think that's such a beautiful card to sit in that space of being in your sacred space. Stacey Mari King would like a manifesting card. So we're using the I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle cards. They are my own cards. They're sold out, but they are in reprint. So if you want to pre-order one, you can do that. You can get my book, 7/8 of Be a Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer, or my cards on my website, which is lindawillowroberts.com. Okay, Stacey, how can we help you? What is it that Stacey needs help with to help her manifesting? Well, first, Stacey, the first thing that came in was you have to do something. So that was the first message that I got. You actually have to take a step towards what it is you want. And this is the card that you received today, and it's the addiction card. Okay? But see, even though that it's an addiction card, see the chains around the people's hands? The chains are broken. So you have broken the chains and you're moving forward. Now, the addiction card is not just for alcohol and gambling and drugs. It's also for repetitive patterns, the same sort of relationships. It's being in that cycle, okay? So that's the card that you got. So on the card is also Archangel Raphael and Sekhmet. Now, I always, when I use Sekhmet for healing, I ask Sekhmet, I call her in, and I ask her to heal in gentle ways, because she's also the god of war. So we want the healing to be in gentle ways. So that's what I would ask. I would ask Sekhmet to come in and help you heal any addictions that you may have, you may be getting past. Remember, addictions are short-term fixes. We want the serotonin, the one that is for the long-lasting. We want to be happy in the long term. We don't want quick fixes and a Band-Aid put over something to make us feel good. We're after the long term, manifesting for feeling good. Rachel Roy, good evening, lovely. I'd love a card. Okay, Rachel, let's have a look. Let's have a look, Rachel. What can I give you help with? I just have this urging desire tonight to talk about just doing something. So Rachel, before I give you your card, I've got to say this. If you continue, and it's not necessarily to you, it's just the feeling that I've got for tonight's readings. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, do not expect a different outcome. You actually need to do something different to get a different outcome. So you need to actually take a stand and do something different. It doesn't have to be worth a lot of money, and it doesn't have to be something huge. It can be, excuse me, it can be something small as going for a walk, going to somewhere that you've never been before. You know, it doesn't always have to be something huge, okay? The card that you got is feng shui. So it's changing what's in your home. It's decluttering. It's opening the windows to let stagnant air out and fresh air in. It's the bamboos on there. It's longevity. You've got the yin and the yang, the balance. You've got the dragon. You've got the money. It's all on this card. So it's asking you, and this is holistically manifesting. We're talking about holistically. So this is mind, body, and soul. So we're talking about cleaning house, cleaning you, detoxing you, decluttering your mind, all of those sorts of things. So that's the card that we have got. So for us to manifest, we need to do things differently. We need to alter. Sometimes we just need to tweak something. So something, we could be vibrating at this level and we will tweak it and then we match that. You know, it can just be a tweak. But the more work you do and the more you release and the more you let go and the more that you forgive, the more room that you make for something new to come in. Okay. Deborah Shepherd, may I have a card, please? You may. Okay, Deborah, let's have a look. Deborah Shepherd. Okay. Oh, you got the love card. That's just beautiful. So you got the love card there. Now, the love card's got a couple of mandarin ducks on it. You've got cupids. You've got, you know, Shamael up there. And you've got, it's just about love. It's not always about a partner with love. When we're talking spiritually, it could be that you're loving life. You're loving yourself. It could be you're surrounded with unconditional love. So it's just in a loving place. And if you are looking for that partner and you're wondering, you know, this is telling you that there's love around you and you are feeling loved and you are in love with life. So that's a really good card to get. Guys, I'm going to have to go because I'm really finding it really difficult to talk at this point in time, which is a shame. I've only been on for half an hour and I really should be on for an hour. I hope you understand. I'm just not well at the moment and I'm just trying to get back to that. And the more that I'm using my voice constantly, the more it's getting worse, and I don't want to sit here in the end and be a coughing mess. So please send me healing love. That would be really nice. I forget to ask for myself sometimes. I ask everybody else and help everybody else, but if you can send me some healing love, I'd be very much appreciated. I'm sorry to cut it short. Love you all, and remember, do something different. This is Linda Willow Roberts. You can find me at I Am a Manifestor Facebook page. Thank you.